Everybody wanna win, but do you got what it takes? Would you better own it? Everybody wanna win, but do you got what it takes? Everybody wanna win, everybody can't do. I'm zoned. Everybody wanna win, but do you got what it takes? Everybody wanna win, but do you got what it takes? Would you better own it? Everybody wanna win, but do you got what it takes?
Welcome to the Coach Stretch Show.
What up, what up? And welcome to the Coach Stretch. I am your host, Coach Stretch. Like to welcome everybody in that's joining us on Facebook and YouTube. No Instagram this evening. Big shout out to the Virginia Neptunes, Relentless Sports, and everybody who is tuning in. Before I go another step further, let's everybody welcome in my co-host, Mr. Statman AJT. Stats, what up, brother? Stats, you on mute, baby. You never unmuted yourself.
My bad, man. How's everybody doing? Good evening. Now I got some on my chair over here, man. It just completely threw me off, man. For real. I'm trying to figure out what it is, dog. I don't know what's going on, man.
Is it the chair that you stole from the company?
Yeah.
Is that chair?
Yeah, you should also see the desk I still got in the box right here too. You should see that. That's right here.
No takebacks.
No, it's mine.
No takebacks.
Look, I got a whole
Andy shout outs, brother.
Well, first shout out to Capital One also for this computer monitor I got over here next to me. Nah, man. Shout out to God. Bree, she had a great practice today, man. I love her coach, man. Teaching her handoffs, coming off curls. She's doing great. Mom, you, Neptunes, Relentless, Brotherhood Hoop League, Mike, Damo, everybody, man. Peace and love.
Quick question, Stats. Is your daughter a better rebounder than you?
And why you doing this, man? Why you doing this? Of course I'm gonna say no. That's my baby. I want her to be better than me in every aspect. But I am a pretty good rebounder, though. I am.
Well, that's debatable. If you ask me the same question, I'm gonna tell them straight up, no.
See, well, no. I'm modest and I'm humble.
Well,
I don't know.
Well.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a whole lot on tap for you guys this evening.
You got to stop this, bro. You starting already.
We're gonna have some fun tonight, Stats. We're gonna have some fun tonight, man. But before we go any further, man, I definitely want to send my condolences and heart and love to the Herman family. The pictures of the young man that I showed before we came on was taken away from us too early due to senseless gun violence. Prayers to Ryan, Megan, Jack. Look, man, all the love, and you know what I'm saying. Look, still struggling with the words to put into context. You just don't have words for that type of stuff, man. So it's a tragedy. He left behind a young son and lots of family and friends. So the funeral will be Sunday afternoon at 4:00. If you're interested in going or want to, share your condolences or whatever, just let me know and I'll give you the information. So, again, peace and love to the Brandon Herman family, man. We miss you and we love you, big dog. So I know you're watching us from up above, man. So we won't let your legacy die. Absolutely not. We have a special guest, Stats. And we'll start with this before I go into PD basketball into the NBA in-season tournament because this person told me I was on a time limit. So we have a special guest, very, very near and dear to my heart. We have a new podcast on the horizon called the Sip Stories podcast, and it features two incredible young ladies, Mrs. Dina Johnson and Mrs. Charlotte from New York. And they shared their own personal stories, their journey through relationships and friendships and all while having a beverage. Sometimes adult, sometimes not. But stats, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not do that.
I'm keeping my mouth closed, man.
We will have an interesting relationship segment. But first, let's bring on these two young ladies, the Sip Story Podcast, Miss Dina J. Oh, young, there you go. And Miss Charlotte. Sip Stories Podcast. Oh, wait a minute. There you go. Come on. Get up here.
There I am. I was on
There
at
you
first
go.
and then I popped off.
Sip Stories Podcast. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Hi.
So, before we get going, do you ladies have any shout outs?
Well, we don't do shout outs, but
You don't
Shout out
thank
to
people
each
for
other.
watching you?
Yeah, all the sips. Well, we didn't air yet.
I know,
We're doing-
but I'm pretty sure somebody's watching you now. Would you like to shout anybody out who's watching?
I want to shout out to Sean Brennan, my
There we go.
lovely other half,
There we
and
go.
then my two kids, Asai and Callie.
Nice. And Miss Dina, it's Dina, right?
yes, honey.
Okay.
I think you skipped your shout outs, though. I didn't hear that. But we can do it together. You
No, we're
skipped
not
yours.
doing it together. No, we're not. Do the shout outs.
Shout out to the family, my husband for allowing us on the show.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. The kids and everyone out there watching and supporting.
For those who didn't know, that's my wife, right there.
Now you know.
That's the ball and chain. So, ladies, would you like to tell us, the viewing public, about your Sip Stories podcast and when it will be airing, so that they can subscribe and watch and do that thing?
Sure. Yes. So yeah, me and Charlotte have been friends for a very long time, since childhood, elementary school. She's very dear and near to my heart. I love her so much. We talked about doing something together for the longest time and collaborating, and we just had this idea. I know my husband thinks the idea came from him doing podcasts, but
It probably did.
it might have. I give it to him. Yeah, we had this idea, and so far, it's been taking off. We air the first Friday in January 3rd of 2025, and we'll have a new episode every Friday for you guys.
We're just basically talking about like our lives as growing up, anything. Like we're just more than mothers and more than wives. We have stuff to talk about.
All right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
While we take a sip.
Yeah, while
you take a sip. All right, and in honor of you joining the show, I would like to. I'll be sipping on a Calypso. Seth, you remember these?
That's insane. Bro, that's insane. Bro.
I have never seen you drink that.
Yes, that's why I said that's insane. I did not expect to see that tonight, bro.
Hey, look, I went all the way downtown to get this joint today.
And I'm glad you made it back safely.
Hey, look, Calypso in a hood store near you. Hey, look, used to get these joints all the time, but you gotta hit the joint like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Pop the bottom.
I never drink that.
There we go.
Maybe a Snapple.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I think the Calypso's a Virginia thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. All right, so let's jump right into our relationship segment before we go any further.
All
So
right.
we have 3 hot topics that we will be discussing with you all. The first one, and probably has been a stickler in our personal relationship, is in a committed relationship, can you have friends of the opposite sex? And we will pass the baton to you ladies to start first, and then we will chime in.
I think we talked about this in one of our episodes. It all depends. It depends on the circumstance. Like, is the other person single, for one? Does the other person like that sex, like your husband? Does the other person like a guy?
Right.
That's two. Go ahead, Dina. What do you think?
We'll just bring up the situation here so we can get the viewers' opinions on it. Okay? So, a childhood friend, someone that is the opposite sex that you have known before your current spouse.
Oh Lord, here go Damo.
You haven't talked to that person for several years. I mean, I think that's normal. We're adults. We have family. Life happens. I don't feel like necessarily you need to, true friends, you don't need to stay in communication with them. If you have a good friendship, you don't need to stay in communication with your friends. You might go a couple of years without talking to them, or you guys might, talk once a week. And then, I mean, me and Charlotte have had that in our friendship. Like, there'll be times where we talk every day, and
hey,
then
Annie.
we have gone like a year or more without talking, right, Charlotte?
Yeah.
But
then when we do talk, it's like we picked up right where we left.
We don't skip a beat.
Quick question before we go any further. What is the longest time that you all have went without speaking? You said a year.
Me and Charlotte?
Yeah.
It may have been longer. What do you think?
Definitely not more than 2. Maybe a year.
No, a year? Guys, I had brain surgery. I don't really remember, but I think.
I don't know if it's been 2 years, but I think a year. Very limited conversations. Like, we always say happy birthday. We always, remember each other's birthdays, holidays.
Oh, so that means you speak every year.
Yeah, that's every year.
Yeah, okay. I feel like we speak every year.
Okay, as most friends do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm the one that texts for like Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys alternate.
And your birthday, because your birthday's first.
But every year you guys talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the situation with this friend that is the opposite sex, let's say, yes, we haven't talked in several years. So it may look like maybe a friendship like that's rekindled, but I knew this person before you, and this person is married. This person's not single, also married to a friend.
Are you done?
Is it okay or not okay for that friend to reach out, say hello, go to dinner with that friend, with my husband, with his wife? Would that not be acceptable?
I think that would be acceptable.
I think I'm about to save you from looking crazy out here in these streets on these Facebook streets. Stats, you got anything to chip in?
Bro, like we didn't already we in the weeds now, brother. We are in the weeds.
What up, Hey?
To explain why you feel like that's not okay.
Ma'am, it's not my turn. It's Stats' turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So I am not in a relationship. I will say though that in my previous relationships, it was a problem, and I just leave it at that. I just think it depends on who you're dating and how comfortable they feel with it. Like, I hadn't, when I was in a relationship, I didn't talk to my female friends like that because it made my person feel uncomfortable at the time. They felt really.
That's considerate of you, Stats.
So thank you, Stretch. I appreciate you. So I think it just depends. As far as the double dating stuff, no, I ain't with the double dating stuff, friend or not, bro. Like I don't know, like, because if we don't talk like that, if I don't talk to my, like, if it's Stretch, right? Stretch is different. Me and Stretch talk every day. You know what I mean? That's different. And
are we good friends?
I would say we're closer than good friends. And okay. Yes.
Okay.
I just think it depends on your person and their level of comfort with it, honestly. Would I be okay with it?
Yes, would you be okay?
If they knew them before, maybe, but nah, we don't do new friends around here.
We don't do new friends.
We don't do new friends. Nah.
Well, this wouldn't be a new friend. This is like a friend.
What up, Bub?
Right. Yeah, I mean that part, that that's cool. And like, for me, stuff like that comes up in conversation during the courting phase anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, as long as there's no surprises or nothing like that, I'm fine with that.
You missed that question, babe. You didn't.
So let me go ahead on and crack the egg wide open for the viewing public. So again, like you say, Stats, we don't do surprises. Okay. So this friend who you knew before me, now mind you, we met after the pandemic. And we've been together roughly 5 years. Correct?
Correct.
Stats? Not one conversation, not one text message, not one email, not one nothing, Stats, from this person in 5 years. How does that make you friends?
Bro, please don't get me started.
How does that make you friends?
Like, okay, so
5
maybe
years.
you need to label
Absolutely
it differently.
Nothing.
It's a childhood friend.
Well,
they were friends though, like back in high school.
Past tense. I'm glad you said that. Word means past tense. That means before. We don't drag stuff in. And also during the courting phase, hey, this is my male friend over here. We don't talk often. We can, never heard of this person.
You never asked.
Why would I have to ask about information that should be given? See, these are the things.
You don't know.
So he's not your friend anymore, Dina. Just
it's not your friend no more. It's not your friend no more. Hey, Sharon. It's not your friend anymore. They've now been downgraded to an associate. And we have different rules for an associate. But you can't classify everybody as your friend if you don't talk. When's the last time you talked to this person? Because it's been past 5 years.
Well, now because this topic has come up, I messaged him yesterday. Charlie messaged he said congrats on the show, and then we started.
Now I gotta put a stop. Now I gotta put the stop to stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because
he asked how you were doing.
He didn't ask. No, he didn't ask. No.
But now that she's gonna have a podcast, like she's like people are gonna be from high school because we talk about like a lot of our lives, like growing up. Yeah. So
that doesn't make you friends. That makes you associates.
Okay, so
I guess.
Yeah.
Listen, we got to stop this, man.
Number two.
Doing, man. Like
number two, Stacy, you'll like this one. Building trust, ladies and gentlemen. Building trust. If your partner keeps their phone locked and you do not have the passcode to that device, can you build trust and can you sustain a long-term relationship?
No.
I passed that. Oh, absolutely. That was quick. No.
Yeah. I'm gonna let y'all go with that one first. Go ahead, ladies first.
Wow. I don't think so. Your partner should have your passcode because you're not afraid of anything that's in the phone. Mm-hmm. So I feel like if you have your phone locked, it's for a reason. Something that you don't want her to see or him to see.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think you should you shouldn't be sneaky about it, but you should have the passcode.
So follow-up question to that. If these are the circumstances, do you go behind their back and check their phone if possible? Like, because I know how women do. Like, women will find the passcode and dig around.
No,
Does that give you grounds to dig around?
If a female doesn't have the password, she's gonna want to know what's in that phone more than if she had the password. That shows that you have nothing to hide. So she would have no need to go behind your back and sneak in your phone.
Okay. Stats, what do you say to this before I ask a follow-up question to the ladies?
Ideally, both parties would trust each other enough to where this wouldn't be an issue.
Right.
Look.
I see we got a lot of ladies in the chat. I appreciate you all for tuning in.
Yeah, I give my password out, so I don't care. I don't got nothing to hide, and I don't. Right. I ask for it, you know what I mean? But
what I think, no, Stats?
Huh?
What did they tell you no? Is that a deal breaker for you?
At my big age now, it might be actually. at my big age now, it might be actually. You got to be honest, bro. Because listen, why? Look, it shouldn't automatically be an expectation if you offer it that they offer it back. You feel what I'm saying? But like, bro, what we doing? Like, we not dating just to date, bro. Like, we dating, we trying to build this thing, and trust is something like, you know what I mean? Like, look, I've always been a person. I trust you until I give you until you give me a reason not to.
Right.
So that's how I stand on that. Like, you can have my stuff. I ain't got nothing to hide. You can have mine. So, like, if I got to ask for yours, like, and you don't immediately offer it, I'm filing that in the memory bank. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah. To all the people that's in the chat, and definitely to you young ladies down here with us. Have you ever broken in somebody's phone and explored?
I'll be honest.
I can tell by the laugh. That's a yes.
Yeah, but I have the passcode, so it's not really breaking in. I'm allowed to do it.
But why?
Oh, okay, so
wait, you're allowed?
Mine's a little bit different. You broke into Sean's phone?
I mean, I didn't break in. I have the passcode.
You know the password.
But yeah, like he'll give me the phone and he'll go somewhere, and I'm on his phone.
Doing what? Checking messages? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Look at Annie. Annie, you ain't too old for this chat. Annie, you done broke into somebody's phone before. I need to know. Sister-in-law breaking in people's phones.
Now, I have never broken into your phone, babe. But in the past, I have broken into people's phones. But those are relationships that didn't have trust.
Okay, so here's a question.
And you go looking for something and you find it. That's what they say. You go looking, you're gonna find it.
But here's the thing, and I've always wondered this. And you know, Stats, you usually see this kind of stuff on social media all the time. Why do women or men, for that matter, stay in these relationships where there is zero trust? You got to break in the phone every week to see what's going on, but yet you still with them. What is the driving force to keep you? What is the magnetic pull to keep you in such a bad, untrustworthy relationship?
I mean, there's a lot of answers to that, bro. Love.
Yeah. You got to give me something. What up, Kurt?
I mean, love, sex. People love toxicity, and there are certain people that match other people's toxicity very well. Like, I think some people are insecure, like they don't feel like they could find somebody else. It's a lot going on with people. So, some people feel like, they just matching energy. Like, and honestly, some people are guilty. What's up, Kurt? some people guilty. So you know what I mean? Like, look, it's a lot going on with that. And look, I think the especially today, bro, I don't necessarily think the dating pool is necessarily.
You got piss in it.
So
and fecal matter if you ain't careful.
And a whole bunch of other words I can't use. So because of that, like I think like you don't want to just lose somebody, bro, because you come in. Don't be out in these streets, dog. It ain't nothing but STDs out here, dog. Stay safe. Stay safe out here, dog. I promise y'all. Ain't nothing out here, man.
You're not gonna ask how you know that, Seth.
No. You can ask me how I know. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I got friends, not stretch friends, but I got friends that talk, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. I got friends that talk, and yeah.
Okay. Last question for you ladies, because I know it's a school night, and you ladies have things to do. Look at Annie. I love Annie. Oh,
I agree with her though. Once you start looking through stuff, hey, that's grounds for termination. It's time to go.
It is time to roll.
It's time to go.
Definitely time to roll.
Grounds for termination. It's time to go.
Last question. And Stash, we were talking about this pre-show. Do you really know your partner? Here's the background, ladies and gentlemen. So I found out that my wife, pre-COVID, was basically a different person. She was in the club.
No.
She was at Juan's on Thursdays. She was at what's that place on Big Bethel Road? Go ahead, Dina, say it. What's that spot?
Where were you?
He's blowing this all out of proportion.
Queensway, there Queensway Cafe every Friday evening for happy hour.
No, I was not.
I found out that she'd been in 7 fights, all kinds of crazy stuff, climbing in people's windows. Listen, you don't know who you're dealing with.
But that's when you're younger. That's like 20s. I mean, everybody does that.
Yes, we understand that. But is that supposed to be information that you give to your partner?
No. Why would you give that?
Why would you tell them who
Why
you
would
really
you
are?
tell that you was climbing through windows when you was 20 and
well, you can leave that part out.
Oh, okay.
Say, hey, I used to be kind of crazy. I got a crazy side. I shouldn't have to find out one night that my wife is freaking crazy.
Once you're married, you're stuck.
Right, now I'm stuck. Now I'm in the joint, I'm in the relationship. So the question is, do you really know who you're dealing with? What up, Ratso?
And you knew this, babe, early on.
No. I did not know this.
See, the thing is, you knew this, but that's not who I am on an everyday basis. Like, we talked about this on our show. Like, the craziness comes out when you mess with me, or you mess with my kids, you mess with my loved ones, you mess with my family. I go into protective mode. I'm not nice anymore. You'll see another side of me.
Here's where this conversation topic originated from. So most people who haven't been together for more than 4 or 5 years, they met at post-pandemic. So a big question is, who were you before the pandemic? Because a lot of people use the pandemic to reinvent themselves. Some for the good, some for the bad. But a lot of people use that pandemic, that year and some change, that reset, to really reshape who they are and who they are presented to be. And, I make this joke all the time to her. I was like, man, look, I see a whole lot of loose women. Now they represented themselves, reshaped themselves as this, re-saved, baptized in the Holy Ghost type of thing. Well, you know, a few years ago, you were super loose out here.
You hold their past against them?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know. No. That thought the church pipeline is deep. That's not the church. Yo, I'm not even lying. That's a thing. That is a thing. That is 100% a thing. I promise you. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, bro, that's a real thing, bro. Like, bro, and the crazy part about it is, and then you can go back to your point, bro, like, because they be real heavy on God, but it's just like, yo, you was really a thought before this, dog. Like, we knew you.
Well, maybe God did get to them and they changed their ways.
Look, that's fine. But in the context of a relationship, Charlotte,
I think you got to get that up. You got to get that information up.
Everybody ask questions as well. You have to do your research. I don't think it's all on the female
Dina,
to just volunteer everything about their past.
I agree with you. I agree with that. However, there is no natural segue to where you were thought before the pandemic.
You can word it differently.
There's no natural segue to that. So here's my thing, right? And I hate to tell this girl business, but I'm gonna tell her. And I hope she's not watching.
I hope Cal isn't the girl.
No.
She's watching.
I'm like,
no. So this girl I used to date, right? We was watching an episode of Law and Order SVU, and the episode was about people being pimped. And I later find out she ends up telling me that she was pimped out. And I was like, bro,
oh my God.
I'm not even kidding. So if it wasn't for that episode, I mean, look, there was no other way that But you see what I'm saying? Like there's no other way that you just gonna ease into that conversation, right? So unless something in life happens, bro, like as long as you don't bring me no STDs, and as long as you're not that person no more, I don't think I need to know. Because I know me.
So
I feel like when you are starting a relationship, there's certain questions that you're asking to get to know the person. So no, you're not gonna straight up just say were you ever pimped out, but you're gonna say like, you know, what jobs have you done? Like, what do you know? Tell me what.
That's insane to be talking about jobs that they don't. That's insane.
I'm just saying, there's questions you can ask to get to know someone's past.
Bro, that's it, Dina. That's insane. We got it. That's insane.
Now, were you a streetwalker?
Maybe like, what did you do for fun?
What did you do for fun?
That's insane. That's insane. Nah, but I do think though,
bro.
Everybody, what's up, Rob? Everybody got a pass. Everybody do, right? Like, and
we talking about streetwalkers, bro.
Yeah, we talking about pimps. We talking about pimps, man. Strap your seatbelt on. I do think those conversations do need to be had. I mean, it's, you know, you just try to make it as delicate as possible. Because everybody's had a past, bro. It's just like, are you still that person? That's really the key. Right. Like, are you still that person? Do you still have those
I feel like there's some stuff you just don't tell. You would tell I don't know. I don't think you should tell somebody that you used to be pimped out. Like,
so you take that to the grave with you. So here's the thing. So here's the thing. So what if you're out with your significant other one day and you roll across her pimp? Then what? Shouldn't you be prepared? It's just like this. Ex-drug dealers. I'll put it to you like this. Ex-drug dealers who now they're out the game. Okay, well, as we all know, drug dealing comes with some of that stuff don't die out. Some of those debts that you may owe, they don't die out. Some of that beef that you occurred when you was out there in the street does not die out. So now I'm living this new life. I done went through the pandemic and I'm not a drug dealer no more. And Me and my lady is out at Patrick Henry Mall, and guess what? I see a guy who I owe some money to. Shouldn't you be prepared?
I think drug dealing is different than
prostitute. Not that different.
If you have a past that will affect your future, then maybe you should share that information. But if it's something in your past that is not going to come up in your future, I mean, I guess you can hold it to yourself. It's your past. You shouldn't be judged for that.
Shit. Let me stop. Let me stop. All right.
Hey, I'm gonna say this before we move on from this. There's nothing worse for a man to show a picture of his newfound lady and somebody be like, "Oh man, yo, that's you? Oh my, yo, I know her. We used to call her Jawbone."
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's grounds for termination, dog.
Yeah.
Look, I'll say this before we move on. I've told a woman about my past, and she it was a problem. It was a problem. Never doing that again. So don't nobody ask.
But you need to find someone that will accept your past with your present.
The reality is, I don't think
you got to find a brand new Christian, dog. That's what that sounds like. You got to find a brand new Christian because they just recently gave it all up.
No. I'm staying away from church girls. Absolutely no. Because I'm telling you, bro. Bro, I'm not kidding. That pipeline is real. Bro, they go the hardest too. They go to every day Bible study. They go to everything. They go to every choir rehearsal. No, thank you, bro. I'm good. I don't need it, bro. I don't need it. No, thank you.
No. Oh my God. All right, ladies. That's the end of our relationship segment.
No, thank you.
We thank you so much for coming on. Can you please tell the folks watching again what's your podcast, the name of your podcast, and where they can find you and when they can find you? And how they can reach you.
Sure. Yes, it's Sip Stories Podcast. You can follow us on IG at Sip Stories Podcast. Our first episode airs January 3rd. And then we'll have an episode every Friday.
Can't wait to see you there.
All right. Make sure you guys tune in. Sip Stories Podcast on YouTube and Instagram. Make sure you tune in, subscribe, and the whole nine. We would like to thank you again, Charlotte and Miss Dina.
Thank you.
Listen, we'll do this again. We'll do this again. I got some more questions I need to ask CC. I get the real when Charlotte is around. I get the real. So we're gonna do this again. Miss Sharon, thank you for tuning in again. And look, thank you, ladies, for coming on, man. Any final shout outs before we let you go?
Shout out to you, babe. Thank you.
Thank you, Stretch.
You can say thank you.
Make you blush on the podcast.
No. You don't have to say thank you. It's his show. I'm just here. I got voluntold to be here every Wednesday. I ain't got no choice.
Voluntold. That's a new word.
I got voluntold to be here. See, I'm even indoctrinated with the Relentless shirt. But appreciate y'all coming in.
Thank you. And last, thank you, Charlotte, for taking this journey with me. I kind of just sprung the idea on her, and she's gonna ride with it.
Yeah.
You sound like your husband. Just throwing stuff on your friends. just throw stuff on your friends.
Hey, Dina, can you make sure you send something to Stretch so he can send it to me so I can share it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You can get it from them too, Stats. You don't have to. I'm not the middleman, Stats. I trust you.
You guys could be friends.
Nah, I listen. I got bad. Never mind. I'm about to tell him.
Oh God, Stats.
No.
That'll be the next topic. Now, I'll see you next month, ladies, and we'll discuss that. We'll get into Stats baggage. Let's get into Stats baggage next month.
We are
ladies. Thank you again, and we'll see you again real soon. Take it easy, and all that stuff.
All right,
ladies. Peace.
Bye.
Stats.
Nah. We are not getting into my back. Listen, I released my baggage, bro. We gon' nigga. My bad.
Stats, no we got some baggage to dig up, man.
Ain't no way, dog. Well, you know the stories already, but
yeah.
Some of the trouble that I done got
Oh man. All right. Well, let's crank up now. Let's get into some basketball. Let's start with the in-season tournament.
That was fun, though. That was fun. I got a topic for next time too. Spinning the block. Should you do it?
Ooh. Well, that's a single person topic. I'm not allowed to participate in that one, sir.
Somebody actually reached out to me and said you should ask that.
I will. Definitely. Next month, when we do a relationship topic, we will definitely talk about spinning the block for you, Stats.
No, not see. You were going to
hit the corners when you spinning the block. You hit them corners doing the speed limit, or you balling out of control with the calypso in hand.
No. If I'm spinning the block, it's gonna be more than calypso. It might be some Remy Martin. Might be some Remy Martin.
Stats in-season tournament, man. Milwaukee played Orlando last night. It came down to the wire. Dame Lillard scored the last 5 in regulation to propel the Bucks past Orlando and punch their ticket to Vegas. Any thoughts on the game?
It was a good game, man. Orlando being this competitive without Paolo and Franz is a testament to Jamal Mosley, Coach of the Year candidate. Jalen Suggs, I think, had 32 last night.
Yeah, 18 in the fourth, man.
In the fourth quarter. Orlando Superman, but Milwaukee's turned it around, man. I think they done won like 9 out of their last 10 or something, dog. Like,
yeah, after that real slow start, man, they definitely have found a recipe that works, and they got Chris Middleton that came back off an injury. Now, he didn't score last night, but just his presence alone, because he is a viable option on offense, and he pulls a certain level of gravity with him when he's on the court. So that's a plus for Milwaukee. And they found a way to use Darvin Ham, man. They got rid of Taurean Prince, playing so many minutes. I believe he's hurt right now, thank God.
Bro, why are you wishing injury on him?
No. And I'm not wishing injury, but he's hurt. Thank God. So that way, Darvin Ham don't force Doc Rivers to play him. What's the problem?
I ain't touching that. I'm not touching that.
Well, he played. He started anyway, but he only played 20 minutes. 0 for 1, 0 points.
Yeah.
They started to play the young kids, man. AJ Green, he played a lot.
He's a shooter too. He is a knockdown shooter.
I like him, man. And they also played Andre Jackson. They started him over your guy Beasley.
Beasley's on
Gary Trent.
Yeah, Trent is.
He's god awful. He's god awful.
I'm gonna remain positive.
Yeah, he's god awful. But Dame had 28 and 9, and Greek Freak had 37 and 7. Is this a recipe for them for the rest of the way, or
for the regular season? Yeah, for the regular season.
You think
I
they'll still
mean,
have
I
issues
just
in the
don't think they
postseason?
get enough out of. I don't think they get enough out of their other guys to seriously compete. But in the regular season, yeah, I think that formula, as long as Giannis is healthy, I think that'll be just fine. And Dame too. Dame is kind of prone to fits and starts with his game now,
Right.
as he's aged. He's not as consistent as he used to be, but he still is capable of going off. I still don't think that's the best fit though, because Dame is on ball, Giannis is on ball. I think they're not as good as they could be, but
Oh wow.
What?
I'm glad bro said please look at their wins. So I actually looked at their schedule.
Yeah, their schedule hasn't been strong at all.
Yeah.
But winning streaks are usually built off weaker schedules anyway.
I agree with that. And you're supposed to beat the weaker people. Like, you got to beat them. Yeah, you lacing up to play them. You got to beat them. Here's a question for you, Stats, and we was talking about this a little bit a couple of days ago. How long can Orlando survive without Franz and Paolo? And they had the same injury,
which is
almost, a 6 to 8 thing, a torn oblique, excuse me.
Oblique, yeah.
Like, how long can they survive like that?
Well, right now they're third in the East.
Yep.
They're third in the East. Paolo should be back. I'm actually looking it up now. Paolo should be back. He was out since October 31st, 6 weeks, or put it right. Actually, probably next week. Yeah. So, I think with that defense, I think they'll be fine. Again, regular season, I think that defensive formula works.
Yeah.
But they need both of those guys back to contend. So I think they'll be fine in the regular season. I do. I really do.
I shout out to Coach Mosley, man. He's really getting the most out of these guys, man. He got a double out of, I hope I'm saying his name right. Goga
Batazde.
Whatever. Yeah, we got a double out of him, man. That came out of nowhere. And he found some new money, man, in Jalen Suggs, man, as a dude. Caldwell Pope need to get that money back though, but he found some money in Jalen Suggs, man, and also in Mr. Anthony Black.
Being able to scale up is an underrated skill, and for those who don't know, being able to scale up is increasing your role, shots, mostly through shot creation or whatever, when your better players are not there. So being able to scale up is a thing, and he's still ideally probably a 3-and-D role player, like the best of that type. But Mosley got them boys playing, man. He's one of Coach of the Year candidates for me, for sure.
I agree with you. So the Mavs played the Thunder last night, and the Thunder beat them 118-104. It felt like the Thunder dominated them, like just really outplayed them in almost every aspect of the game. They held Luka to 16 points, held Kyrie to 17. Klay Thompson was and Najee Marshall ended up being the high man for Dallas with 19. Again, it just really felt like the Mavericks were not in their class. What are your thoughts on that? Had a big third quarter, 33-19. Their first quarter was roughly the same, 32-24. Shea had 39. Probably should have had 40, man. He missed a couple chippies in the first half. What are your thoughts on this game as the Thunder punched their way to Vegas?
The Thunder are really good. They have one of the best net ratings of all time, which denotes like the point differential, how much you beat teams by, and they've been killing people. I mean, their formula is basically we're going to turn you over.
Right.
They have the best turnover rate in the league by a fair margin. They turn people over on 17% of their possessions. And they got athletes all over the floor, and they have a great coach in Mark Daigneault, who I love. I don't know how you feel about him, but I love Daigneault.
It gets the guys to play hard, man. I love guys that get teams to play hard, man.
And he gets them to scramble on defense too.
Yep.
He gets them. They rotate, they scramble. Like they got J-Dub. We was talking about today. Was he a top 25 player in the league? Like they got him playing center at times, power forward.
Yeah.
I think they're really good, and I just don't think they're a good matchup for Dallas because they got guys who can guard both Kyrie and Luka.
Right.
Not saying that they won't get theirs, but like you got guys for them.
So OKC is first in the West right now. That's no surprise there. I think they have the best overall team in the West. Do they have enough to win a championship? And we talked about this. Usually to win a championship, you need 2 top 20 guys. They don't have that.
They don't, but could those guys scale up and play like top 20 guys? I think so. J-Dub and Chet could, for that matter.
Well, they got 3 top, what we say, top 50 guys? They got 3 top 50?
Well, you said 40. I said 35. You said 40.
That might be 50 now.
Okay. Yes, they can win. Will they? Look, that rebounding is a problem. They third to last in the NBA in defensive rebounding percentage, and if they don't turn people over, like those are the games that they're gonna lose. Like you could lose for anything, but like if for me at least, like if you don't turn the ball over and you can't grab and you can't control your glass, that's going to be a problem against teams with like Dallas don't really have a big that can make them work.
Right.
That's really the issue. And crash the glass. There are a few teams in the West that do, but other than that, man, it looks like the Thunder and the Celtics in the finals, dog, unless something drastic happens.
I agree. I hate to say that, but I actually do agree. Especially if the Nuggets can't find any depth and any help to help them out, then they definitely, because I believe the Nuggets can exploit them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because of Jokic, but Chet actually does decent. I mean, you're not gonna stop Jokic because it's Jokic, but Chet actually does a pretty good job on him. And what they do is they'll put Jay Will on him. He's been hurt, or they'll put anybody else other than Chet, and then put Chet in hell.
Yep.
That's a strategy that they use for that. And it ain't gonna really matter if Jamal Murray's not playing well anyway.
Yeah. On the other side of the bracket, the Hawks play the Knicks, and they're actually beating the Knicks right now by 10.
Yep.
Ice Trae don't get enough credit, man. He don't get enough credit. And I think he's having one of his better years. I know his scoring numbers are down, but his assist numbers are through the freaking roof. And Atlanta is winning, more importantly. 13-12 in the East. They just feel like they're heading in the right direction, even though they got blown out to the Nuggets. But they feel like they're heading in the right direction. What are your thoughts on the Hawks?
The ascension of Jalen Johnson from Duke.
Oh, yeah. He's a baller, man. Shout out to Duke Nation.
Yeah, he legit. He's actually averaging 20 and 10 this season and 6 assists. On 59.
Now, who knew when they got rid of John Collins and drafted that young man? Who knew that they had John Collins 2.0?
I mean, he got a chance to be way better than Collins, though.
Absolutely.
Jalen Johnson can put the ball on the ground too. He's a stupid athlete, dog. Like he is ridiculous as an athlete, man.
He can play, man.
Obviously you got Trey, and a lot of people ain't talking about it, but the Great Barrier Thief, Dyson Daniels. He has been, listen.
I love him. I love his game. I love what he brings to the table. He plays hard, man. He's such an underrated player, man. But that joker is defending. He leads the NBA in steals. I mean, he's playing good basketball. Like, just period. He's playing good basketball, man. And
that's what they envision with DeJounte Murray. Dyson Daniels is fitting there perfectly.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Look, they just leaned into Ice Trey being Ice Trey. Right now, Ice Trey got 22-7, 8 for 16 from the floor. He's balling, man. And DeAndre Hunter going to the 6-man role. That's helped him a lot as well over the past maybe 3 weeks to a month now.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good role for him.
Absolutely. You don't put that stress on him about being a guy that's going, too much pressure on him about he needs to perform and produce every night to make sure that you win games. That seemed to be way over his head. 6-man role, come on in, and he's splitting that role with Bogdanovich.
Yep.
So they come on in, play hard, sit on down. That's it.
Yep.
That's all you gotta do.
Yep. I feel like they need another guy though. Like if they really want to contend.
Yeah.
Because you got your lob threat and Capella. They need a 4 for me.
Well, they started the rookie tonight. He's not doing well.
You talking about Risa Shea?
Yeah, they started him tonight, but he's 1 for 6 from the floor. He's just, I don't think he's ready.
Yeah, he's not. No, he's not ready. You can see the flashes though.
Yeah,
like you watch it close enough, you can see the What's up, PJ? You can see that. You can see the athleticism. You can see it. Like you can see it. He just, he got a ways to go.
He's just not there yet. He's not there yet, and that's okay. That's okay. I don't think. Yeah, you're right. They do need another guy. They need another guy.
They really want to contend, but Atlanta's 7th in the East right now.
You think they should make a play for Zion?
I actually kind of like that move. I had to think about it for a second. I actually kind of like that.
Zion wouldn't have the pressure of, being because it's Trae Young's team, and it's his team.
And it's his team.
And you just come on in there and do what you do best.
The problem is, though, and I don't usually say things like this, you're going to have to give up Jalen Johnson to get him.
You think so?
Bro, Atlanta don't have that much young talent. If Risa Shea was playing better, maybe.
I think that's why they're starting him, though.
Stop.
Hey.
I think Jalen Johnson's legit. Bro, he's averaging 20, 10, and 6, dog. That's insane.
Yeah. I'm not giving him up, though. I'm not giving him up.
No, not for Zion. No.
No way. No. I'm not giving him up.
No. I agree. You already got a young stud there.
Yeah, I give you Capella. I give you my rookie. I give you some picks, man.
Because they probably gonna ask for a Kongwu over Capella, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, well, whatever. I give you a Kongwu. I can give you that, but I'm not. No. You're headed to the trash can.
I think offensively they work fine. The defense would just be a problem, and the rebounding. That's the problem with building around Zion. Like you're not.
Well, now we're not building around him. You're building around Trae.
But that's even a problem, bro. You got a 4 that don't defend or rebound. What you gonna do with that?
Well, he could be interchangeable with Jalen Johnson.
Okay. And Jalen Johnson is really good. Joe, he's really good, dog.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's interchangeable.
You're gonna have to give up Jalen Johnson to get him, no stretch. Right? No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm not giving up Jalen Johnson.
Trade off the table.
Off the table.
Hanging up.
He's gonna be a future. He's gonna be a future All-Star, dog.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love his game, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But they need another guy, and it's not that many. It's not that many out there. What about Wendell Carter from Orlando?
I like him a lot, and he could really help somebody. But what's really the difference? I mean, they have differences, but in net impact, what's the difference between him and Capella or him and Okongwu?
Well, Wendell can actually stretch the floor.
He can stretch it, but he's not the lob threat Capella is.
No, but he would. Here's the question: would you play him at the 4?
No.
No.
I like Wendell Carter because I think he can help somebody. He's actually a good Jokic defender.
He's actually a good Giannis defender as well.
Yeah, Okongwu actually is too. He's one of the best. So, you really need a rangy 4, somebody to stretch the. I mean, their stretch 4s are gone now, unless you make Jalen Johnson the 4 and then you get a wing.
Well, who would you bring in? Indiana got a couple, but I'm not dealing with you in the East. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to find a trade partner in the West somewhere, or go after somebody like Kyle Kuzma.
So I think Kuzma would be fine. What about Brandon Ingram? I don't like that fit, but
I'm falling out of love with Brandon Ingram. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro.
I mean, I've been.
And that's somebody else that we left off. Is he better than J-Dub?
No. We mentioned him. You said that he was. You put his name in there. I mean, Ingram's more talented, and he has a longer track record for doing it. I just don't. Again, you know how I evaluate players, man. I look at players in the role that they play, how that increases your team's chances of winning a championship. And Ingram just doesn't do that. He don't really do the things that you need when he don't have the ball.
Right.
For that to be, and the ball's gonna be in Trey's hands, for better or for worse.
Bro said Trey time is numbered in Atlanta.
I don't know about that, man. Like the Hawks are a good team.
I think they're a piece away though. They got to find it somewhere. They drafted him, but he's not ready.
Yeah, I think they could. I mean, I wouldn't bet on them, but I think the chances are they got a 30% chance to beat any team in the East but Boston.
Yeah, they drafted what they needed. He's just not ready yet.
Yeah. They.
What about Kuminga? What about Kuminga?
Stop.
You're not a Kuminga fan. You hate him.
I don't hate him. I just don't understand, bro. Like, I don't see what all the hype is for me. I don't know. Like, I don't.
Speaking of hype and Kuminga, Golden State plays the Houston Rockets, king of the Segway stat man. They play the Rockets tonight. Who you got winning that one?
This is gonna be a defensive battle, man. Who's at home? Houston. The Rockets are at home. I'm gonna take the Rockets. Let me check the injury report first.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Andrew Wiggins is out. Rockets have no injuries. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Rockets, and they're at home. Yeah. Rockets really
has been on a tear.
I'm not a fan of Jalen Green.
Why, bro?
You know, first of all, he hasn't been on a tear. But
he had 31 against the Clippers. And he had 28 against Sacramento.
And then that was sandwiched between a 14 and a 9. And he had 41 before the 9, but then before that, he had 9, 10, 17, 14.
Hey, look, man, I'm gassing a little bit. I'm gassing the taste.
Here's my thing with him. I don't even want to talk about him yet.
Sengun.
I like Sengun a lot. The offense has declined, but the defense has gotten markedly better. Like,
okay.
and he's been their anchor. But
Yes.
they have good defenders around him too. Tyrese has been amazing on defense off the bench for them.
Yes.
Fred is a good defensive guard. Dylan Brooks is still quality on the wing. My guy.
Hey, we can't forget about my guy. Amen.
Oh, listen.
Amen, legit, bro.
Bro, he might be the best athlete in the NBA, dog. Oh my,
he legit,
dog.
Bro.
Yeah, look. I almost don't want him. This is gonna sound like hate, but it's not. I almost don't want him to grow. I want to see how good he can be as a wing defender without that offensive responsibility. Because he really has the potential to be one of the best wing defenders of all time. As an athlete, listen.
That's high praise right there.
He is gonna, bro. Like he is really going to. If you turn on some Amen Thompson tape,
he pops, man. He pops right off the screen.
You're gonna be like, dog. This dude is. Listen, just turn the Rockets game and watch Amen Thompson. Both love him as a coach. He changes coaches immediately. Stretch.
Yeah.
Only thing I wish is I think this kind of hard cap Boston, Ime don't really coach offense well. It's all defense. It's all defense.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of sunk them. So I don't want him to get a glass ceiling to where how good he can be.
Right.
Because guys love him. Guys love to play for him. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown still talk about him. Still. How much they love him.
He's a great coach, man.
I totally agree. I love him. Love him.
He's a great coach, man. Who you got winning? Oh, you said Houston.
I got Houston.
I'm right there with you, man. I got Houston as well at home. So now that comes to our final segment of the evening, PD basketball. Last night, Hampton beat Kickingham in a sweep, girls and boys. Bethel. Now, Woodside beat Bethel. Steph didn't coach. Silas had 30 points and 30 rebounds. 30 points, ladies and gentlemen, and 30 rebounds. Stats. I don't even have the words. I've heard of 2020s at high school.
No, Silas went off. He went off.
I haven't heard 30 and 30.
Last time I heard that was Kevin Love.
Yo,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
And from the highlights that I've seen and the film that I've seen, it looked like it was all layups. All layups and dunks. Like, good God, man. 30 and 30. And then to boot, the odds on favorite for player of the year this year, Mr. Messiah,
had 20 and 10.
Had 20 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it in Jordan Retros. The disrespect.
Why didn't Steph coach?
I believe he's out of town. I don't know the specifics on that. Okay. But I believe he's out of town. But hey, how well coached is your team if you don't have to be there and they still dominate?
Yep.
Bethel scored 30 points.
Be careful what you say.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, look. I ain't got nothing else to say. You know, sometimes you just are out. You know, you're outclassed some nights. It happens. It happens. It happens. But listen. Uh-oh. What you say? What you saying over there, P? What you saying over there, dog?
Yeah, was you there, P?
What you saying over there, dog? Well, for those who don't know, P is actually on the Bethel coaching staff.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, there
He
it is.
does the strength and conditioning. Shout out to Prince, man.
Well, that's right. He did tell me that.
Yeah, he
That's
does
on that, Prince.
Shout out to Prince, man. Hey, Prince. What happened? What happened, dog? 30 and 30? 30 and 30 and 20 and 10. I just need answers. Also, while Prince is typing up a response that we'll all love, Minchville and Warwick played, and that was to my understanding, that was a good game. Minchville, Warwick edged out Minchville, I believe, by 3 points, if I'm not mistaken. On the girls' side of things, Minchville beat Warwick handedly, just full court pressed them into submission. Ended up winning by 30. Well, if you ain't got the jump, then you know, hey, why waste the energy? I feel like I'm missing some games, man. Who am I missing?
Did you say Kickertan?
Have to beat Kickertan.
Okay.
Woodside beat Bethel.
Did you say Denby?
Warwick beat Minchville.
Did you say Denby?
Denby beat Gloucester. That's who they played. And then Phoebus played. Jesus, I don't even know. Who the hell Phoebus played? I'm missing somebody. Heritage. They had to play Heritage. Yeah, Phoebus played Heritage. And I believe Phoebus got the W in that one. I believe they did. I'm pretty sure they did.
I'm looking
Yes,
it up.
they did. Absolutely, they did. I remember. Yes. Yeah, they did win. Phoebus beat Heritage. So the PD standings, man, it's early on. Everybody's played at least 2 games, man. And look, you know, based on what's being said, based on what's being. Oh, here we go. See. I mean, I gave y'all a shout out. You know, y'all beat Minchville 60-25. But I'm this is a down year for Minchville. Let's be honest. This is a down year for Minchville right now, and I don't know if they're young or not. You know, I don't. You know, I saw Minchville play this summer. They didn't look good then. They looked extremely young. So you know, I don't know, man. It feels like you got Woodside all the way at the top. You got Hampton right there, and then you got everybody else. Denby last Thursday, Denby beat Heritage, but they were up by 20 and some change, and then Heritage stormed all the way back and made it tight late. So we're still trying to figure out what Denby is all about. Are they this team that, you know, everybody's hyping up Denby? You know, good teams don't have, you know, good teams don't play around with their food. They just don't play around with their food. And, you know, they're young. They still figuring it out. Winning is brand new over there, and they're building a new culture. So we're trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure out what it looks like, what it feels like to win it and be consistent and be disciplined and be all in on what the new Denby is supposed to look like and feel like. So well, it'll be interesting to see, man. Tomorrow is a new slate of games. Hey, look, P, what's your outlook? I mean, you've seen Menchville, you've seen Woodside up close and personal, and you've seen Warwick. What are your thoughts on those teams, and including yours? Like, what are your thoughts? Is it Woodside all the way at the top and then everybody else, or is it, can somebody get Woodside down the road? I know that's right. People don't get 30 rebounds, bro. 30 rebounds is crazy, bro.
Who's coaching Heritage Varsity?
Dimitri Batten.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Dimitri Batten's coaching over there, man. Shout out to D-Cam. He got Kickintown rolling a little bit, even though they just lost to Hampton.
Ain't that tragic?
Yes. So I don't know, man. It's a whole lot going on out here in this PD, man. But right now, it just feels like Woodside is all the way up here, and then you got everybody else. And people are hyping up this Denby Woodside matchup. I'm gonna be honest, man.
You don't think that's a thing?
Hey, look, I get it, man. I get it. You got to play with some confidence. You got to build up you got to make a rivalry somewhere. But I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't see it. I don't see it. See, there you go.
Look, I just think it got to start at the top.
Yeah.
In the PD with a lot of these schools, man. But then the coaches, as a coach, as an assistant coach, I don't want to speak for him, as an assistant coach, and sitting on benches in games, like, you got to set the tone for kids. You got to set the tone for them, bro. Like it can't be same old, man. You got talent. You got Woodside that you're trying to dethrone. You said Hampton too, right? I think Hampton was one of the ones too.
Yeah.
Denby's up and coming. Like if you trying to go get them, like you got to put your kids in the best position to do that.
Yeah. I mean, they got talent. Denby got talent, man. They got, I trained Dang, 6'8" guy, man. He can do it all. They got talent, man. But again, and how, this, especially dealing with our situation with the Neptunes, man. When you're not used to winning, it's hard to be consistent on winning, bro.
But that's why I always say, and people don't like when I say this, I'm a process over results guy. Right. Obviously, you would like to win, but if you build the right process,
right,
like the winning will follow because you're doing it the right way, even though there's not really a right way, but you're doing it the most efficient way or whatever works for your team at that point.
I'm gonna also say this though, man. People might not like it, man, but when you got too much hype around you, man, and you're not, you got to go win. You got to go win some games, man. You got to go earn that hype, man.
Yeah.
And you put a target on your back, man. And you don't need that target right now when you're trying to build a program heading in the right direction. You don't need that target, man. You don't need that target. But hey, man, people operate a little differently, man. I respect them. Everybody got a different process, man. So
I think the target is fine because you can't really help hype, right? Unless you bring it upon yourself, which is different. But I think the issue is when they need a curmudgeon coach like you. Because you quelling all of that.
Yeah, I'm tight. Yeah,
you quelling all of that.
Yeah,
not saying those coaches aren't like so. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm old school, man. I'm old school, man. But I'm old school in how to run a program, but I'm new school in how we gonna get to the process, get to the end result.
Thank you, because you a dog. Never mind. We ain't dog. Like it doesn't make any sense, dog. Like y'all should hear some of the discussions that me and him be having, bro. And it's just like, But see that you could have these kind of discussions when you're actually friends. But it's just like, bro, I be shaking my head and listening to this dude, like, bro, like, this is 2024, man. What are we doing?
10 toes down, bro. Everybody, from everybody. If you got 9 toes down, while everybody else got 10, you got to go.
Like, bro, he's hurt, man. But like, you sending guys to you remember the school nurse? Remember how the school nurse, bro? You have a stomach ache, they give you that little cup of ice chips, bro. How's that gonna help me with my stomach? That's you. You are a terrorist. You are a terrorist.
Hey, I'm with it, man.
Right, so,
but I say this too, though, man. Like parents is also the issue, man. Like parents is the issue, man. A whole lot of parents like to be in the mix, man. Need to behave yourself. Just support the team the best way you can, man. And they got to be in the mix, man. Just support the team, bro. And I can say that now because I'm a parent. You know, I'm a parent. I sit in the stands, bro. I ain't in the mix. I could be, but I'm not. I let Coach Gat do his thing. He gonna coach my kid the best way he can, bro. And we living with the results because we have to be in control of how good we gonna be. That's it, bro.
I'll say too, because Bree started her basketball thing, and I've never interfered with any of her basketball coaches. With that, I don't. If they ask me, because like they'll see the Neptune show, they ask me, I tell them, but I don't interject because I think that's too much, dog. They trying to do their best.
They're trying to do their best, man. And all you can do as a parent is support them.
It's just support them.
And for real, if you feel like your kid ain't giving what they feel like they should get, well, get your kid in the gym then.
Yeah.
Get better. Get better. I'm all about that, yo. You don't like your minutes? Get better. Coach ain't playing you enough? Get better. So he can't take you out the game. Get better. I ain't trying to hear nothing else. Get better.
Look, I told Bree that. I told me and her had a conversation about it. She had 2 great practices in a row.
Yeah.
And I said, look, they're gonna be counting on you. Like, you're gonna have to, hey, ain't gonna be none of this half-ass stuff that I done seen from you. I ain't say that, but
right. No, facts.
You gotta play with it, like you got to go. Like, no more just waiting for your teammates and stuff.
No,
they looking to you.
Right.
They looking to you. So and she understands, but you know,
thrive in your role, man. Thrive in your role. And if you want a bigger one, conquer the one that you have now.
Conquer the one that you have. That's it.
That's it.
And I said, Bree, the way the coach is gonna play you more, because like she'll get frustrated when she come out. Run up and down that court as hard as you can. Go get that ball off the glass.
Yeah.
Get it in passing. Coach ain't gonna want to.
No matter what level of coach it is, coaches reward hard work.
Yes, they do. You don't want to come off that court. If you do those things, your tongue gonna have to be touching the floor before you come off the court.
Listen.
And I said, I'm not just telling you that as your father. I'm telling you that as a coach too.
Hey, listen. And your tongue will be hanging out the floor, and I'm still sitting there like, yo, suck it up. I can't take you off the floor.
Right.
Who else gonna rebound? Who else gonna play defense for me?
Yep.
I gotta keep you on the floor.
Got to.
People always attribute playing all the time to scoring. That's not that. You know, right now your role may not be to score. Your role may be to rebound and defend, and to sprint in transition. Well, guess what? You got to be great at that. Be great at it.
What side?
What side?
What side?
What side? Hampton. Exciting. I actually like Kickingham when they playing, you know, somebody that's not over top of them. Kickingham plays with a lot of passion, a lot of fire.
Is Marcel still there?
No. He's gone. I believe he graduated, if I'm not mistaken. They're young. And
didn't they have another guard that was with him when we went to that game?
He graduated too.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, they're real young.
mean, yeah, I think look, because a lot of times, I think a lot of times for me, the parents are gassing these kids up to be like, bro, bro, these kids 10, 11 years old.
It's a process, man. Even the ones in high school, man. Look, it's a process. People, we see the guys that's on TV all the time and think we just go roll out the bed and do that. No, man, like it takes time, work, and a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
I just sent this. I want to say I sent this joint to Jason, man, like a couple weeks ago. What Devin Booker said in his interview. He said, "I sacrificed my whole teenage years. I sacrificed that to get here, and I'll do it again."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A whole lot of 6 a.m. workouts before school. A whole lot of workouts after practice, like a whole lot of staying up all night studying just so I can get the grades to go where I need to go. Like I sacrificed all that stuff. Weekends, no, I'm in the gym. I'm not going to no party. I'm in the gym.
We can't go to the parties. I'm going to the gym.
I'm in the gym. Like, how good you want to be? Like, that's a question we all need to ask our kids that are playing sports. And tell them look in the mirror for that answer. Don't tell me. Tell yourself, because you can't lie to that person in the mirror. Because you'll be in the mirror looking off this way. Man, I want to go to the NBA, and then look back in the mirror and be like, "Man, you know you lying." Boy, you know you lying.
How much do you love it?
And sometimes we don't understand that love hurts. Love, when you love the game, that means you got to lift the weights. You got to go run the miles. You got to do the push-ups. You got to do the jumps. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to do the line touches. Your body's sore. You still got to get up and go do it again. Like that's love. Love is an action word. I keep telling people this. Love is an action word, and you got to show that love on a daily basis. So I'll get off my soapbox, man. It's 9:30, man. It's time to get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Stats. You got any final thoughts, man? Any final words, man?
We doing thought for the day?
You got it, or you want me to get it?
I was just gonna say, love people the way that.
Oh, wait. Let me get your banner, bro. I gotta get a banner up for you, dog.
Bro, I don't need a banner for this. It's not
banner.
Okay. One of the things I've been thinking a lot, man. I sit in this house and I think I'm pretty introspective, and it ain't nothing crazy, but love people the way that they want to be loved, not the way that you want to love them. And that goes for any type of whether it's friendship, whether it's a situationship, whether it's a relationship, whether it's family. Stop. See, because you trying to, no. But love people the way that they want to be loved, not the way that you want to love them. And that can be a struggle or a challenge. You'll get the best out of that person if you love them the way that they want to be loved.
Okay. I'll also say this to piggyback on that, man. When you're trying to love somebody, man, take the time to learn how they want to be loved. You know what I'm saying? And also for the other person, when someone's trying to love you, at least know how you want to be loved first.
Oh God. See, you almost triggered me. I'm gonna stop. See, I'm gonna stop. You know how you be about to say something and then it
Look at Pete said bring the freak out.
See, we talking about love and Prince over there talking about some other stuff, man.
I love it, bro. I love it, man. That's a great thought for the day, man. And I appreciate you for that, man, because loving people is hard, man. You know what I'm
saying? And it's a two-way street. They got to, they have to allow you to do that.
Prince is crazy. Prince, we're past basketball. We're over now. We out of here, Prince.
Yeah, we talking about love in all forms, man.
Man. Man.
We in the weeds now, man. My
we
fault.
In the weeds now. That's how you know it's time to go, man.
We in the weeds.
Hey, look, man. Any shout outs, any final goodbyes, or anything Stats, before we get out of here, man?
Thank you to Dina and Charlotte, Sip Stories Podcast, man. Y'all check them out. Thank you to all the people who tuned in to watch, comment. We really appreciate y'all. Just peace and love to everybody. And love on your people the way that they want to be loved, not the way that you want to love them.
There you go, Stats. Great thought for today, man. Big shout out again, man, to Relentless Sports, man. Team Relentless. Big shout out to the Virginia Neptunes. Big shout out to the Sip Stories, Miss Dina, Jay, the lovely wife of mine, and Miss Charlotte. We appreciate you guys for coming on and sharing your experiences with us. Thank you to everybody who tuned in, man, on YouTube and Facebook, man. And again, be relentless in all that you do, man. For Statman AJT, I'm Coach Stretch. We out of here. Peace.
You can shake up the scene, you ain't getting streams. I make it look good, yeah, I make it look easy. I let it be, I'm a better me. I don't really care, been like this for years. Cause I don't really, never did, never will. Ever let you get inside the whip. Catch us hitting sideways, sliding around with a drip for that mango. Tangos couldn't get a pick. I be quick, I be slick when I push for 'em with. I be zoning with my shit.